comes... The Clippers win the opening tip as we get things started at Staples. With the fadeaway, burns him for the basket.
The assist from number 20.
It's Curry controlling the offense. To Green. Nice finish at the rim.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Not that time. He missed it. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively, he makes those clutch shots. It re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
It's George for two. It's Steph at the controls. Has a chance. Steph Curry missed his first. That one goes.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
George against the former Cougar. Here's Curry with it up top. They'll run the offense. Thompson, it's good. Defense has to pick things up.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Strong finish for Paul George.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Yes, Klay Thompson, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And so many players, when they come into the paint, they come in with that soft approach. He didn't come in soft at all. He came in with aggression, and he went through the defender. Through, not around. That's key.
Paul George at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. It's Golden State basketball. To Green. Has a look. Shot by Thompson misses. Here comes the screen. George. That's no good. To Curry. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. No good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Curry with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Thompson. Fires the three and splash. Klay Thompson, quick catch and shoot there for three.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Oh, had him going there for a second. And the rebound taken by Golden State. Curry into the front court. Leads three. Klay Thompson matched up with Paul George. To Gortat. George to Gortat. Paul George, deep left corner to George. 4-3. That one off the mark. It's no good. To Thompson. Lets it fly from long range. He has scored 11 points. He's knocked down 3 threes. What a start.
He's on pace for 44 points in this ballgame. You probably want to limit his touches and actually start contesting some shots.
To Gortat. George. Nothing going here on that drive. PG lets it fly. And it's rebounded by Green. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Up 6. And the rebound taken in by George. LA Clippers with the basketball to Gortat. Paul George, 4 out of 10.
Old school equals high percentage.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. They lead it, 4-point game. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out. Paul George, great look and vision. To Paul George. Beverly. To George. Beyond the arc for 3. Well, their first 3, and they're right back in it within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those that dropped earlier, they could have had a nice lead. Now, we got a dogfight.
Yes, Klay Thompson. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
George to Beverly. To Leonard. Paul George. For 3. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Up by 3. Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Clippers have it. Clippers have the basketball. George against Klay Thompson. Here comes the screen. George. Tough shot. Well defended. To Thompson. Gets a look. Can't hit. Nothing going here on that drive. George shakes free and hits.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
To Thompson. Knocked loose. He's on the deck. Great sacrifice. Clippers have got it.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
To Gortat. It goes down.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Curry to bring it up. Down 2. Cauley Stein powers it through. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To Thompson. Marcin Gortat swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
George to Beverly. Leonard buries it on the catch and shoot.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Steph Curry, tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and the effort.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
Oh, he had him there for a second. A bad pass there. Warriors have it. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Paul George to Leonard. George to Beverly. Warriors have the basketball. Knocks it down from mid-range.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Can't connect.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Team foul number 1.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. His team up by 1. Nice pass to get things going.
And like we've seen so many times, this is what you have to worry about with the Warriors. When they get on a run like this, they can put the game to bed in a hurry.
George, tough shot. He hits.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing now.
To Leonard. Paul George. Oh, had him going there for a second. Leonard. Just off the mark. Beverly to Leonard. Trying to cash in. Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 4. Good start.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Here's have the basketball. And the finish at the rim.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
They'll get it down to Leonard. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good. A 3-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Klay Thompson, tough matchup against George. Fires the 3, had made his first 3, but that shot off the mark. To Lopez. Justice Winslow, snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To Sean Livingston, has a chance. Livingston's shot won't go. George, guarded by Klay Thompson. Here comes the screen. And look out. Big finish at the rim. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Cruises inside for 2.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Kawhi Leonard, tough matchup with Draymond Green. And finishes strong.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Livingston across the timeline. Down 5. It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard. He made his first effort, but not that time. He gets it.
The assist from number 11, Klay Thompson.
Straight on three. At the buzzer. We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back to Southern California after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
George. To Beverly. Kicks it outside. Oh, he had him there for a second. Leonard. Textbook defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Gets to the basket and scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Thompson. Going to launch beyond the arc. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
George off the mark. To Thompson from long range. He continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
Leonard to Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Possession lies with Golden State. Klay Thompson matched up with Paul George. Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Leonard. Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Livingston to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Leonard to George. Here's a chance from long range, and Paul George. Not sure why they left him that wide open. Takes advantage.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. 2-point advantage. Strong finish for Paul George.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
And 2 points to the board.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Goes to the left side. Leonard. They have to keep him in their grasp.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion, the backspin. It gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Got it.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Deep right corner. George. Green always looking for the steal. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Paul George, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. And gets both to drop at the line. Curry into the front court. They trail by 1. Knocked loose. Leonard. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Beverly to Leonard. Paul George to Beverly. George. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. To Curry. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and Stephen Curry, the fastest release in the NBA, hits the 3.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Count the free throw as well. Warriors basketball. Knocked loose. Clippers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Leonard. And Green able to pull down the rebound. To Curry. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here's Curry with it up top. Leads 1. To Sean Livingston. Count the basket.
That's dangerous. A little hezzy cross and knockdown. Lots of options going to open up as the game unfolds.
Kawhi Leonard against Klay Thompson. To Beverly. Here's Leonard for 2. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Green gets it in the left corner. Curry knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Robin Lopez with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jim.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Into the game.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Beverly to Paul George. Jumper's good.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want.
Livingston across the timeline. Leads a bucket. Klay Thompson against George. Livingston. Oh, you can't do that.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Active fans to stay with it. We'll get a jump. The official's ready. Let's see who can take the jump. Leonard to George. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, short. Livingston to bring it up. Lead is 2. And a nice finish at the rim.
He was so wide open. Pretty much looked like a deer staring into the headlights. Last resort, but still, points on the board.
Gortat rocking the rim.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And they call it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Paul George. That's his first personal.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Subbing in for Golden State, number 30,
Thompson.
Stephen Curry. Entering the game for the Clippers.
Down low Green. It's a big finish.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Curry with the ball. Has a look. Shot by Curry, no good. Throws it down.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
In a flash, scores at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Kawhi Leonard, guarded by Klay Thompson. To Paul George. To the rim, lays it up and in.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Curry to Sean Livingston. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
Curry. And Merritt tips the rebound. To Beverly. 4-3. Patrick Beverly, he thrives in situations like these.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
To Green. Can't connect.
And I'm telling you from personal experience, those are the ones that keep you up late at night. A point-blank miss right there. You got to make those.
To Leonard. Beverly. LA with 4 to shoot. To George. Lets it fly from long range. Can't get the bounce.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Golden State at the controls. Curry. Oh, they called the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Los Angeles Clippers are in the penalty. Into the game for the Clippers, number 23, Louis Williams.
And counted at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Short jumper off the mark. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. Kawhi Leonard against Klay Thompson. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Curry with the basketball. Under a minute to go before halftime. To Shaun Livingston. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
To Thompson. The drive, right to the basket. He wants it at the rim and scores.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
It's Golden State basketball. Cauley Stein. Clippers have it. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Livingston across the timeline. His guys can hold for the final shot. Two-point shot for Curry. No good. Beverly. That's good D. Shot no good. Long key from three-quarters court. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Clippers have the lead.
The Clippers. In a close game thus far. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Warriors are keeping things competitive after 2 quarters. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Assists.
That was an excellent first half of basketball. And I say that because of the way these teams move the ball. The offenses have been flowing, and the action has been mesmerizing. We've got ourselves a nice game here today.
Player of the half.
Paul George has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Warriors have the basketball. To Thompson. Knocks it down from mid-range.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Leonard. Yes.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. And the defender over-pursues, and he's called for it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Curry not going down here. To Leonard. George, defended by Thompson. To Beverly. Beyond the arc for 3.
To number 11, Klay Thompson. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Patrick Beverly is going to get a chance at 3 here. For his career, 76% from the line. First free throw is good. Second of 3 is good. Three for 3. Nice. Curry into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Green to Curry for 3 and Steph. He can make that shot with his eyes closed. Wide open, knocks down the 3. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to explode.
Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Leonard. Man, that was a tough shot.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Curry has it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Klay Thompson matched up with Paul George. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. To Beverly. Leonard. To Beverly. George. To Beverly. Fires the 3, and Patrick Beverly plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Warriors have the basketball. Curry. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. Beverly into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Buries the trifecta.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Curry to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Trying to cash in. It goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot. I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Paul George. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Leonard to Gortat. Yes, Marcin Gortat. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Kawhi Leonard. Huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. Kawhi Leonard, guarded by Klay Thompson. To Beverly. Leonard. To Beverly. Kawhi Leonard. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
It's Steph Curry with the rock. Marcin Gortat rejects it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Gortat to Paul George. LA with 4 to shoot. George to Leonard. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Curry into the front court. Down by 15. And the rebound brought down by Harrell. To Gortat. Here's Leonard for 2. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Montrezl Harrell with a piece.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Beverly. To Williams. Leonard. He's looking for that touch. Here's Curry with it up top. His guy's down big, and he buries it.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Here I come. Here I come.
Leonard to Beverly. Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Beverly to Leonard. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Changes coming from both sides right now. Curry with the basketball. Trailing by 15 to Thompson. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Kawhi Leonard sizing up Draymond Green. Deep right corner. Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
You go back to the principles. Things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Knock loose. Clippers have it. From long range, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Down a bundle. Knock loose. Curry. To Thompson. Curry. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Leonard has a chance. Can't connect.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Taj Gibson, better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
This is basketball one-on-one. Play inside out. Give the big man the ball, and the rest of the court will open up. That was an easy lay.
Leonard to Lopez. Taj Gibson sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Oh, Draymond with the putback slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Curry into the front court. His guys down 11. Driving right to the basket. And a chance coming up at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Number 4, Los Angeles Clippers are in.
Justice Winslow at the line for 2 shots. A career 65% free throw shooter. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. LA Clippers with the basketball. Kawhi Leonard defended by Draymond Green. Here comes the screen. Leonard to Beverly. Works it. Here's a chance from long range, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Green. And a throwdown.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Leonard to Lopez. Robin Lopez. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2. We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this 3rd quarter. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Curry to Thompson. Down low for Gibson. Off the assist.
Ooh, if I had that kind of vertical, I'd be throwing it off the glass and showing out. But the coaching staff is probably okay with an easy lay right there.
Ready to shoot at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Robin Lopez has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. Goes 2 for 2. Stephen Curry with a look. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. That ends the third quarter. It's been all Clippers so far. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They had the lead coming out of halftime. They were able to extend that lead in the third quarter.
A lot of fans and players get consumed with the big plays, but the coaches love seeing their teams continuing to do the little things. That's how you increase the lead.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Missed it. To Green. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
Beverly down low for Leonard. To Beverly. Williams. Shot from the lane won't go. To Shaun Livingston. Kawhi Leonard able to recover with the block. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Glenn Robinson, couple of free throws on the way. A career 70% free throw shooter. Misses the first. No good. Missed them both. Beverly into the front court. The lead stands at 10. To Leonard. Fires the three. Can't connect. It's no good. Curry to bring it up. Looking to make something happen. Green. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Leonard on a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Had a good look there, but it's no good. Draymond Green. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. To Lopez. Good. Off a spin.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for the Warriors.
Livingston.
Gibson.
Kawhi Leonard tips it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Leonard. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. A bad pass there. Warriors have it. Count the basket inside.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Has a look. Add 2 points to the board.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Livingston to Taj Gibson. Robin Lopez pins it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Dwayne Wade to Lopez. Oh, stolen by the Warriors. Livingston, great feed, sets it up. Count the basket at the rim.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Clippers have the basketball. Down the lane to lay it in.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Livingston to bring it up. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Clippers have it. To Beverly. 4-3. That won't go. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Beverly. Not that time. He misses. Livingston across the timeline. Margins 8. Knocked loose. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Leonard. Beverly. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Livingston. Beverly into the front court. His team on top by 8. Down low to Mirotic. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Possession lies with Golden State. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
And scores.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
Well, you need execution in a chess match. And the best execution, I just saw the star player talk to one of the young fellas. You take those young fellas over to the side. You coach them through some of these big-time moments that happen in the fourth quarter. That's how you get your team ready for the playoffs and hopefully a chance to win a championship.
George. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And Paul George nails it from downtown.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Curry. Cauley Stein powers it through.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Leonard to George. Lets it fly from long range. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Curry into the front court. His guys down by 9. George, well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Curry. Message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
George, defended by Thompson. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Here's Curry with it up top. Down by 15. Can't connect from in close. It's LA Clippers ball. And count the basket inside.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Knocked loose. Keeps the ball in bounds. That's what you want to see. Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Paul George. They'll get it down to Leonard. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Because no matter if they're amongst the trees or not, they're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Clippers have it. And scores. Strong take.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. George. Valued practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's Curry controlling the offense. Beyond the arc for 3. And Steph Curry dials in from 3.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Screen right.
To Paul George.
Yeah, keep him hit.
To Beverly.
Double, come on.
For 3. Now that's a contest. Curry with the basketball. Down a bundle. Fires the 3. And Stephen Curry. We say it time and time again. Not much the defense could have done there.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
George here against Steph. Going to launch beyond the arc. That right there, Jay, his 8th 3 of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Now the Warriors going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter. Livingston to bring it up. His guys down big, and they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Team foul number 3.
finishes. Draymond takes it out on the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
George, the hot night continues. He's hit 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
Warriors basketball. Klay Thompson matched up with Paul George. Clippers have it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Leonard, yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Runner's good there.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
George lets it fly, and he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
George, 10 threes for him now in the game, Jay. Just astonishing.
And I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's only happened 30-something times since the three-point line went into effect in 1979. Goes to show you how big of a night he's having.
How old were you back then?
I was not born yet, my friend.
Boom, baby. Leonard, it's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Time for some new personnel into the game. George. And the rebound taken by the Warriors. Curry. And the rebound comes down to the Clippers. Five seconds to shoot. George. And that's rebounded by Golden State. Steph Curry, tough matchup against George. Knocks it down from mid-range. Kawhi Leonard sizing up Draymond Green. That misses with a second to go. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers were solid in today's victory. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Warriors couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Defense.
the game.
Kawhi Leonard could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the Los Angeles Clippers. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
I be ballin' right there where the Knicks play, get cake, gotta make sure mama rent paid. I was dead broke, got my straight, switch lanes, now they switching up, made. I've been finessing since the 6th grade, I might cut for fade, blue phase, money stacking tall, it's like 6.